It's the Mod Pod. Welcome back to the Mod Coffee Podcast. I'm your host, Ahmad Kofi. Today we have Adam Castle. Adam, how you doing, man?
Good. How are you, Ahmad?
Just chilling, bro. I'm just dreading that we have to go back to school in like 2 days. So
I know, like one day, really.
yeah, like this
Like,
this this break has been like so chill. Like nothing has happened, no drama, no nothing. I'm just chill, laid back. I could do what I gotta do, but school, man.
yeah, we don't have no breaks till like February or like Easter, bro. Like, there's no breaks.
Yeah, and I think that break is short too. Like I don't know, it is
Yeah,
what it
it's
is.
over, bro.
How was your
At
break,
least,
man?
at least, it's been a decent break. I've been like all over New Jersey to my relatives' houses,
Word.
but yeah.
Got you.
What about you? You've been
Um,
busy with basketball, right?
Yeah, we had a good amount of games. I think we had like two, three games over the break. So, and then practices. So just been chilling, really. Nothing really new. Like my life is kind of boring. It's just the same repeat over and over again.
Yeah, I feel that, bro. Like every night, I just be playing freaking PS5. Like that's all I've been doing.
Right. But then again, I think it's better that way too, because then like you're not involved in any like drama or anything that's outside. Like you're nothing like that.
Yeah, like I really got nothing to worry about, and it's a good thing.
Yeah. You can just stay locked in, focus. Unlike some people we were just talking about.
Honestly, bro, on these New Year's resolutions, bro.
Bro, oh yeah, I'm gonna stay in the gym. Yo, that's why. See, the thing is, that's why I don't go to like the commercial gyms and all that. That's why I like working out like with my coaches and stuff. Cause like you'll see hella people, hella heads on after New Year's Day or whatever it is, right? And you're gonna see all them people there, and they're gonna disappear within 30 days, bro. You're gonna see 100 people
Yeah,
there, and then just clog up the gym for no reason.
February 1st, ain't no one gonna be there.
Yeah, nah, it's gonna be raps, bro. No one's gonna be there. No, every single membership canceled, everything, bro.
Yeah, bro. I used to go to Planet Fitness, and it was the worst right after January, bro.
Mm.
There was like 100 people, and they all just take the machines and then don't know how to use them. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
like I'm not sitting here like saying, "Oh, it don't work out," but like this is how it always is though. Like they always just go and they
yeah,
do some BS sometimes. Like you know what I mean? At least do some research or like ask for help. You know what I mean? That's what I think.
why are you like using all the barbells, bro? Like you
Yeah, like
can't
what,
even lift
bro?
this.
There's
Like,
no reason for you to have 100 barbells. Why you, bro? Come on, man. Yeah, it'd be like that though. It'd be like that.
yeah, I just work out in my gym, honest. I mean, in my garage, I got a squat rack.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Way less crowded, way less crowded.
Yeah, for sure. I bet. I don't know. I have some weights in my room, but most of my stuff is done at the school, like at the weight room and stuff like that. So.
Yeah. Honestly, I need to lock back in on the gym, bro. I haven't
Word.
been in a while.
Bro, our whole basketball team's like, bro, we need weight room, bro. Like, we all like, yo, we feeling weak. Like, we haven't had weight room in like 2 or 3 weeks now. Like, we did in the beginning of the season. We haven't had weight room in like 2 or 3 weeks. Everybody's like, yo, I'm feeling weak. I'm feeling weak. I need weight room, bro. Yo, coach,
Yeah.
when we gonna get into weight room, bro? Like, but yeah, now for today, we're gonna be talking about a couple of topics, hopefully. So long as the Zoom like stays in, so long as we stay in the time frame of the Zoom meeting. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie, I had a hard time starting this meeting because for whatever reason I kept on smiling and laughing like it was bad. I don't know why. So, but yeah, no, we're gonna talk about certain things like controlling what you can control. Like, cause you, Adam, you brought that topic up. Like, what do you mean by that specifically?
So like so many people try to control like everything that happens in their life, like what's gonna happen when I talk to this person or if I tell them this or what's gonna happen if I go up to this girl and she rejects me. Like they be trying to control everything to the point where they don't do anything. Like
Mm.
because they're scared of what they think is gonna happen. Like control what you can control. Like if you go up to a girl and you ask her out and she says no, you can only control what you're gonna react with. Like you can't make her say no, you can't make her say yes.
Mm.
Like, but you can control with what you do after that. Like if you make a big deal and you like cause a scene, it just looks bad on you. But like you can control how you react. You just feel like, all right, have a nice day. It's really that simple. Like
Yeah.
people will be trying to control like, oh, what if she says yes? Or if she says yes, then this needs to happen. It's like, no, bro,
The
just
only thing I can say about that, like I agree with everything you said. Only thing is like, bro. And y'all looking for girls, bro. Watch out who you approach, bro. Cause sometimes, bro,
I know.
sometimes you if you ask them out, bro. I seen it happen to some of my friends. If you ask them out, bro, they're gonna start flaming you on IG,
I know.
on IG, Snapchat, Facebook, anything, bro. Like it's bad. You gotta watch out. And they're gonna tell their whole friends, and their friend group's gonna tell the whole school, bro. Yo, you gotta watch out, bro.
I know, bro. You're getting put on the story. She gonna
Bruh.
screenshot it. Like,
Exactly. Oh my God. Double screenshot group chat combo. Oh my
then you get on at it, bro.
God.
But honestly, if that happens, it's just like what I'm talking about. Like, you could be pissed and you could be like
Yeah,
trying to stop them from saying stuff. But like,
you can't control
honestly,
them.
the best reaction to that is just not reacting. Like
Exactly.
if they're gonna try and make fun of you and you just like don't care, like it can't look bad on you because like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah,
Like,
like at that point, it is what it is. Like them putting that stuff in the group chat, screenshot combo, all that. Like that's out of your control. Control what you can control. Like that's pretty much what that is.
exactly.
Um, but no, I do agree with that. Controlling with controlling what you can control. Holy crap, I can't speak. Because I feel like a lot of people, a lot of things happen. Let me reword this. A lot of overthinking happens because people are trying to control every single aspect of their life. Like it's like, say for example, say for me, like today I wanted to go outside and do like a ball handling workout, right? 'Cause that's what I need to work on, right? I was going to do
Huh?
some ball handling workout, but I go outside and it started raining. I can't control that. Like I can't really get mad at that. Like it is what it is.
Yeah.
That's just natural. I can't control the rain. I'm not gonna like be like, hey, stop raining. Like there's nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I just gotta deal with it. So I just came inside and like just call it a day. Like it is what it is. Hopefully I'll work out tomorrow and it's not raining too much. It doesn't say it's gonna rain right now on the forecast. So hopefully it stays like that. But like that's one of those things like control what you can control. Like you can't control that. So just make it like an it is what it is kind of situation. That's kind of how I think about it. There's a lot of things I can't control in my life, especially at school, because school, you know how school be like at our
yeah,
school,
yeah.
uh, you know how things be like. So like you just go into school, be like, hey, it is what it is. Like there's not much you can do about it. So unless you want to like take matters into your own hands and potentially make it worse, like you know what I mean, the chances aren't in your favor. But
Yeah, and I like what you said about like it was raining today. I did not know it was gonna rain today, and
mm,
I just came back from church and it's raining out, and I'm wearing like nice clothes that I don't want to get wet, and I'm like,
mm,
well, it's raining. I don't have an umbrella, but like, what are you gonna do about it? Like,
yeah,
you can't control the weather, but you could control like being prepared for things. Like, I could have looked at the weather and be like, oh, there's rain. I'm gonna bring an umbrella, but I
yeah.
didn't. So I did what was the only option I had left to do was just walk in the rain. And sometimes you just got to deal with the consequences, even though like you might not be accountable, but you might be you're still responsible for how you react. Like,
Mm. No, yeah, I agree with that. It makes perfect sense. Like it is what it is. Like there's not much you can do about that. Um, but I liked how you said I liked how you mentioned preparation because that's something that can really help you in life. Just being prepared for anything that could happen or any possibility. That's what I kind of try to do. Like for me, like I always like say for example, I go to school, I always bring some like extra shorts or something because for some reason on our team like someone's always missing a pair of shorts and it's bad because we can't practice in our pants or it's like I think it's like five suicides or something like that or it might be more now at this time of the season but like I'm not trying to make. I mean, see the things we just gotta be careful. Also, 'cause this happened to me. Cause look, we had media day, and we had to bring all of our uniforms, right? And I thought
uh,
I brought my shorts, except I left my shorts on my bed. So then we had media day, and I mean, the thing is, we can't practice or train in our uniforms, in our school uniforms, like that we play in for basketball on the
hmm
basketball team, right? So we can't train in those. So I was sitting there panicking, bro. And ain't nobody on the team that for that one specific day, ain't nobody on the team had shorts, bro. But every other day, at least one person had an extra pair of shorts. That one day, ain't nobody had me, bro. I had no extra shorts, so I was panicking. I was tweaking. It was like 10 minutes before practice started, bro. It was bad. I mean, I got lucky because the trainer, she had like a whole bunch of extra pair of like gym shorts for some reason, so I was able to borrow those. But it kind of goes back to the point where it's like be prepared so that just in case something like this happens, like you can somewhat have a bit of control over that.
yeah, yeah. Like like one thing, it's just an example, but like let's say you're driving your new LaFerrari that you just bought.
Uh,
Um, somebody comes and they hit your car.
mm,
And so it's not, let's just say it's not your fault for the sake of this example. They hit you and you couldn't do anything about it. You could, what most people would do is get out of the car, go yell and scream and be like, "You ruined my car!" And I just
Understandable.
got this. Like, you can't control that they hit you, but you can control what you do after. Like, that's the whole point of this. It's like if you just go up to them and you're like, "All right, it was an accident. You know, here's my insurance. Like, as long as you pay for it." Like, it's really about control. Like, the only thing that you can control in this world is you.
Mhm.
Like, you may think that you have control over some things, but I can't make you do anything, and I can't make anybody else do anything. Like,
Yeah.
you may have an influence over people, but at the end of the day, people aren't like machines. You can't program somebody to say something, to do anything. At the end of the day, like, you could just hang up right now, and I would have nothing. I couldn't control that,
Yeah. No, no, I see what you
but
mean though. Controlling your response is the best way, or the best way to show what you can control. That's the main thing you can control, your response to anything that happens in life. Because
yeah.
in life you're gonna be tested, things are gonna happen, there's gonna be trials and errors, and your response is kind of what shows your character. That's the best way to show your character. And it kind of reveals what your true self is under certain situations and under certain kinds of pressures.
I remember I heard a story from one of my friends, and he met this guy at the gym, and this dude's like big. He's making a ton of money, and he comes over and he shows him this picture on his phone of um this new car. It was some kind of nice car. It was like a Bugatti or like a Tesla. It was a nice car.
Mm.
And he was like, "You want to know the craziest part about it?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure." He was like, "I can't take it with me when I'm gone." Like, and that just when he told me that, it just made me think like, does he doesn't need that new car. He wants it because he can afford it. But
Mm.
that makes me like want to evaluate like what do we need and what do we want in our lives? Like right now I'm talking to you on this brand new phone. I just got it. I didn't need it. I wanted it. It's like my old 11 worked fine. I could still call people on it, still text people on it, but it's something that I wanted, and
Yeah.
it's not so something that I bought. But it's like what you need to go through life thinking like, do I really need this? And the question and the answer most of the time is gonna be no. And you could just like even for Christmas, like I don't know about you, but when people ask me what I wanted for Christmas, I was like, I don't know because I really don't need anything. Like I've kind of got all I need or all I want right now,
Mm.
and I think people just try to fill spaces, or they just want more in their life, and they're not satisfied with what they have.
I
And it's
feel like
like we
there's,
just.
sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna finish my thought was like we have so much stuff that we don't need that we pay people to hold on to it for us. Like you see those like storage units when you drive
Yeah,
by on the highway, it's like that's stuff that people thought that they needed that they don't want. It's like we have so many things that we don't even want them all anymore. And I think if people just went through life of do I want this or do I need this, that they would be a lot better off.
I agree with that. There's a lot of things that go into that, such as like greed. A lot of people are just greedy and they like having these things and stuff like that. Some people just like new things and then they toss it aside like a couple of days or a couple of weeks later after they're done
Yeah.
using. Um, And I feel like if people had that, do you want it or do I want it or do I need it kind of mindset, if they had that kind of mindset, yo, hella people will be hella rich right now because they're just not spending money on their on like BS things. Like you would have so much more money just to like play around with and do more
Yeah,
with.
exactly.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I think about that, whether if you want it or need it. And there's not a lot of things that you need, like you said. Um, especially if you're religious, there's a really set there's only a set amount of things that you need. Um, one of those main things is gonna be prayer across multiple religions, if not all religions. And then just the
Yeah.
basic needs like food and water and stuff like that. Those are like the three main ones I can think of. Um, everything else is just a want. Like this laptop I have, this was a want. This microphone I have, it's a want. Everything else I have around me that's like not required,
Yeah.
pretty much a want. Like my hairstyle, even my hairstyle, this is the one. I don't need my hairstyle. It's just a
Yeah.
want that I have.
It's it's not bad to want things. Like
Yeah.
it's okay to like buy things. Like I as you can see, I'm wearing a lot of jewelry right now. I don't need any of this. It's something that I wanted and it's something that I had worked for that so I can buy the things that I want. And when I say do you want it or do you need it, it doesn't mean that if you want it that it's bad. It's like people are always going to want things because if we all just went through life with what we needed, then this
Life
world
would
would
be
be
hella
very
boring.
it would be very sad. This world would
Yeah.
suck.
Word.
Like if you think about it like that, it's like amusement parks. Do I need that? No. Do I want it? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Like
It's like, bro,
like
it's like, bro, say you go to oh yeah, I already know some I already know this is gonna get clipped, bro. Like say, bro, like say I wanna go to Popeyes, right? I don't need Popeyes, but I want it
yeah,
though. You see that chicken sandwich right there, bro? I want that. Like I want that. That's what I want. Like
exactly. And it goes back to what you said about greed. It's like people it's okay to want things, but sometimes people want not like too many things. That
it
they're
needs to
not
be
happy with
mhm,
what they have.
right.
It's like so many people just just need more and more and more and more to the fact that they don't even use what they have when and they're still buying more. Like, and it's something
Everything
that I
I
think
think it
all
needs to be
people,
if you're gonna do something like that, it needs to be in moderation. That's what I think. That's just thought I'm gonna say put out.
yeah, and it's like everybody struggles with that. I feel like if you like something, like I like jewelry, and every ad I see for jewelry, I could be just be like, oh, I want it, so I'm gonna buy it. But with that approach, I'm gonna be broke in like two
Yeah,
days.
right.
So you need to have that self-control to be like and to appreciate what you have. Like this watch I bought with my first paycheck, and I see watch ads all the time nowadays, and it's like, wow, yeah, that's a nice watch. Yeah, I could buy it, but why? I need, and I ask myself that why, like, why do I want to buy this? It's like just so I could wear it, and it's like I already have four other watches that I have and that I don't wear because they were I wanted them at some point
Yeah.
and now I feel that I don't need them. It's like and that's what happens with so many people. It's like they buy things that they wanted, they realize that they don't want them anymore, and so they buy something new to replace what they don't want anymore.
Mhm.
And they just keep doing that until the fact that they can't just sit down and be like, "Yeah, I have an old phone, but so what?" And that's one of my favorite phrases nowadays is so what? Like this is an old computer. So what? It still works.
Right.
Oh, I want the new dude, I really want Raising Cane's. Like, so what?
Is it good
Like
though?
make
Hold on, real
yourself some
quick.
food at home. Like
Off topic. Is Raising Cane's good, bro? Because like I hear so many mixed opinions about it. Like
mm,
I hear that the sauce carries and the chicken has no flavor. Then the next person I ask says the chicken has flavor, the sauce doesn't carry. Like I hear so many different things about it.
that sauce kind of carries. Like it's literally just chicken fingers, bro.
So like no flavor on the chicken fingers.
Like they taste good, but like people be glazing them that hard, and it's like, yeah, it's like a good combo like with the sauce, but like I don't know. People would be always be like, "Yo, I need canes, bro." I'm like, bro, just go home and make some in your air fryer, bro. Like it tastes the
Where?
same, bro.
See, because I hear that it depends on the location. I hear the one in Deptford is like not good, but I think there's one in Township. I think it's Township. The one that one in Township is good. That's what I hear, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never been to that one, but
Yeah, I don't know. But back on topic or back on track,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
right? Um, you when you were talking about the watch, it made me think about something I saw. It was kind of like how um the val it's like for example, this water bottle. Right now, this water bottle for me could be like worth like let's just say it's worth $1. But if you put it in different places, the price might change. Like if you put it in like some stadium, it can still be worth $1. Or um somewhere that where there's gonna be a lot of people, right? Something that's
yeah,
like really
yeah,
populated, that could be now the water bottle could be up to $5. I think that it just depends on um where it's at, wherever that object is at. Like for you, that watch holds a lot of value because you spent
yeah,
your first paycheck on it. Whereas with somebody else, that watch is not gonna, it's not gonna be nearly as much, nearly as valuable to them as it is to
yeah,
you
yeah,
because they just see it. Like they just see it. I was like, oh, it's a watch. Like this means
Yeah.
this doesn't mean that much to me. That's kind of like one of those things where it's like, do you want it or do you need it, right?
Yeah.
I gotta think again. Hold on.
It's like these things that we have, like they don't have any value, like inherent
You
value in
put
the
value
universe.
onto them.
Like,
You put value on them.
yeah, exactly. Like this gold, humans made gold expensive. Gold by itself, if we didn't think it was valuable, then it would be worth nothing. It's
Mm,
like it's what we choose to care about that becomes more valuable to us. Like
yeah,
this gold, if society didn't view gold as like a precious thing, then it wouldn't have this value and it wouldn't have this high price tag. And it really comes down to like what are you putting your values into? Like, and as a society, I mean, you might not have a control into what some people put their like worth into because you're just one person, but like it comes down to more than just material things. It comes down to like what do you care about? Like I read this book recently that was called The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F. That's what the book title was called.
uh-huh.
And it was sort of a comedic book. It was like a self-help type book. And he was talking about like basically the title is self-explanatory. It's like why do we care about some things that just don't matter? Like one of the examples was, and it applied to me, was like, oh, your ex has a new profile picture. Yes, so what? Like,
Yeah, like why are
like
you stalking?
you care about that because you're putting value into that. Like to you, that means nothing because you don't care about that. Like you don't know who that is, and you just don't. You're like, all right, so what?
Mhm.
And but to me, I put value into that because that's something that I care about. Well, I don't care about it, but it's for the example.
Yeah,
It's like, what are you putting your value into? Like something that values to you would probably be basketball. I don't know, like let's say DCIT's getting a new coach.
yo,
I could care less. Like
yeah,
I don't care. It's because it doesn't. It's not something that I put value into. But to you, that news could be totally different.
yeah. That's
And
gonna be crazy news to the whole team. Like, it just, I think it's a matter of perspective, is what you're trying to say.
yeah,
Something I try to think about is how is this gonna affect me one year from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now. That's how I kind of base my decisions off, or that's kind of what I base my
yeah,
decisions off. Because I don't want to do something that's gonna be detrimental to my future, right? So I try to think about it like, how is this gonna affect my future, and is it gonna affect me in a positive or negative manner? And that's helped me so much. I started doing this when I was in like seventh or eighth grade. I even tried to tell some of my friends that at the time. They thought it was stupid, but now they do the same thing, or they do a variation of the same thing.
yeah,
So I just think that kind of helps you, like, and it kind of goes back to that: do you want it or do you need it? Is this gonna help me 1 year from now, 3 years from now, or 5 years from now? Like, is it gonna help me in a positive manner or is it gonna hold me back in a negative manner? Like, it's just one of those things. Like,
yeah,
how is this gonna help me in any way, shape, or form? Is this gonna be beneficial or is this gonna be a detriment to my life? Anything I do, I do with caution. I think about it before I do anything too. Part of that's because of religion too, because my religion, like in
yeah.
Islam, you're supposed to like think about what you do before you actually do it. Like you have to take deep consideration so you don't collect sins or anything like that. You don't
Uh-huh.
hurt anybody else or any of these things.
And there's kind of a version of that I believe in. It's like, and I like what you say about thinking before you do something because if you really don't think at all, you could wind up doing something that's totally stupid. And like, you need to think about what you do before you do it. But I think sometimes people think too much. It's kind of overthinking, but it's like they're just getting in their own head. And I keep bringing up talking to girls, but it's something that I've been like trying to do more lately and like get over a fear of doing it. It's like
I
you
don't
see that.
blame you,
Okay,
bro.
so you see
I'm
this.
not gonna lie. I don't blame you, bro. These girls be tripping, bro. I be staying my distance too, bro. Like, nah.
Well, the thing is, sometimes it's like someone can look so frightening, and you just look at them and you're like, I want to ask them out. But it's like your brain's just like they're gonna say no for this reason. It's like, how do you? It's like the only reason, the only way to find out is to do it, bro. And people be thinking like that, like, oh, they're gonna turn me down because of this. And the fact that they just miss the opportunity to even ask, like, people need
Girls
to
are,
realize that if you get rejected, nothing changes. Like
yeah, for
literally
me.
nothing has changed. except the fact that you know for certain now. Like say, oh, hey, I'm Adam. I think you're cute. Do you want to go get coffee sometimes? No. All right, have a good day. Like I'm still like nothing about my day has changed. Like
Yeah,
it's not like I'm gonna go do something differently or my schedule's got to change. It's like you've changed nothing, and that's not a bad thing. And but now you have that answer of like, okay, she said no.
mm,
On to the next one instead of because people what keeps them awake at night is the things that they didn't do. Like, what
exactly.
would you do if in another universe that person says yes, but you never even asked them in the first place, so they didn't even have the chance to say no, or they didn't even have the chance to say yes. And I think people put too much value into what other people think of what they're doing to validate what they're doing or to stop doing something.
I saw
Like,
a quote. It was kind of like I think you want take the risk or lose the chance because everything in life is a risk, but you have to take that chance or otherwise you lose the opportunity.
yeah, that's a good quote. And I heard another one, and it went something like, uh, "If you're gonna do it, don't be scared. But if you, no, I messed it up already. But it was like, if you're gonna do it scared. Like, just do it anyway."
Mm.
And not sponsored by Nike. Um, but that goes into what I was saying of people in this society nowadays, like with social media,
Oh yeah.
just care way too much of what other people think about what they're doing.
Mm.
Like, like something, like I don't know how many people know that you have a podcast, but it's like if all you did was get negative reviews, would you stop?
Probably not because it is what it is at that point.
Probably not.
No,
Yeah,
because most people would, because a lot of people would stop just because there's all that negativity and hate, and a lot of people just can't handle that, or they just don't want to, or they just lose the passion for it because of what other people are thinking.
yeah.
I was talking about this with my friend John, in the previous podcast. I think it was the one previous to this one, and he was starting his clothing brand, right? He was nervous to like start it all and all this kind of stuff, like post it on his main page and
Mhm.
stuff like that, because he was nervous about what people were gonna say about it, especially because in the area that we're in hella people are judgmental and they're ready to pounce on you at any time. So
Yeah.
he was a little nervous to start it. But what he did to kind of like bypass that in a way was he didn't let anybody know that what he was doing until he knew for a fact what he was doing. Until he knew for a fact that he was gonna start the page and like start doing test runs and stuff like that. That's the time when he started letting people know and when everybody knew. And this was like months after he got the idea for this clothing brand.
Yeah, and that's a great point, and it just makes me think of another story of my other friend who started his friend started a clothing brand, and he said the phrase, "Stop asking what if and start asking how." Like, oh, what if people don't like my clothes? So, like, how are you gonna make them change their opinion on that clothes?
Mhm.
Or what if people think that what if people don't buy my clothes? Like,
Promote it
just
elsewhere. The thing
yeah,
is like
just find another way.
a lot of the time people think that those people that are hating is a large amount of people, but if you look at the grand scheme of things in the world in general, that's a very, very small percentage that you can barely calculate. Do you think that a lot of people kind of like want a lot of things because of social media? Like they see other people on social media having these things or having these parties and stuff like that, or having these objects. Do you think a lot of people want these things because of what they see on social media across the platforms?
Oh, 100%. I think that social media has just become a window into other people's successes. And when was the last time you saw someone post their failures on social media?
Doesn't
And
happen.
I'll say never, because
Yeah.
who wants to announce their failures? Who wants to announce their bad feelings?
Yeah.
And I think that people see other people with things nowadays, and it's just human nature to want what other people have that you also want. It's
Mhm.
like someone who has a rich penthouse. It just you like you compare what you have to what they have, and you haven't seen the behind the scenes of how they got there,
Yeah.
or if that's even, so many things on social media now are fake. Like
Yeah, that's what I
people
say.
rent
Yeah.
cars and then they make videos in them like they own
Mhm.
them. That's that's the problem nowadays with these influencers. Like, what is an influencer? This is just a person who gets paid to to
Like,
basically live their life through social media,
yeah.
to make other people want to be like them. Most of the times, they look good. Like, when was the last time you saw an ugly influencer, bro? Like, never.
Yeah.
Like, and say I'm wrong. Like these, they find pretty people to get, and they pay them to
And
look
also,
a
And
certain
that,
way.
something I'll add to that is a lot of the influencers, what they're doing on how they look is unrealistic, but people want that unrealistic look because of what they
It's
can see.
Yeah, and
They can
it's
only
not
see the
real.
surface. They don't see, like you said before, they don't see anything that happens in the background or whatever it took to get to that point. They don't see any of that. So they think it's easy, and they start stressing when they can't look like that person or they can't do what that person is doing. It's just, but the majority of the time, they're fake and it's not realistic.
Yeah.
We're approaching the end of our time limit on Zoom. Adam, thank you for being on this podcast. Do you have anything else to say, or?
No, I just want to say thank you for inviting me on. Hope the listeners don't hate the yap sesh, because honestly, we came kind of into this like not having anything written down.
Yeah,
Like, we're
no,
really
like
just talking
on,
off our heads.
on these
So,
on my podcast we never have anything written. The only thing we have written is the topics, and then after that we just start going freestyle on them. So that's it pretty much. But yeah, no, I appreciate you for being on here. I appreciate you for your time. If
I
anybody has,
appreciate the invite.
yeah, no problem, man.